Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor? Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her. All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto the stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Oh, do not jest. Can you know I am Focalor, the our audience. The performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
While the light shines bright.
Go, Ruby! Shine like a gemstone! Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards! That's nothing! A gift from the land beyond!
Farina. Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? But...
I will tell you.
Oh, as for... But if there were...
I suppose this would all...
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Play as... a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your
But...
Don't worry. Being a human remember.
So...
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it. The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my... Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Verena. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering, if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew he is doing much. You're...
Lady Farina.
I see. It's as I thought then. All manner of... Really?
I'm...
The day is finally over. But it's good to see that maybe this is fun.
Lady Farina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant
Understood. I feel utter...
Lady Farina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close. Like I've heard that the first member.
What is...
Are you crying?
Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No.
So into hundreds of years, I never have I want to tell. I've condemned. All I can do is keep heart.
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? And if to that... She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, is it such if you let this think about it long and hard? No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve, it seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that I understand. How would you build up...
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the... I'm sure you've
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me, Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understand. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. My work over the... But really, the vast majority had to be.
It was all...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy...
So the Oratrice's call for the destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm... Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world would, in other words, defying the At this point, Eudex Nervillet.
So when I was at last, in the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come. Done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility. The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. The chance will present itself. I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within. shadow of darkness!
So, Louie, like it or love it, as you like. You are there. Octopride. Ding dong, water bomb.
Manifest the authority of the ancient dragons. Witness the might of the primordial seed.
Nice and spicy.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some...
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. All in all, it...
Miss...
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your...
Oh, right. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous.
The foul?
Still nothing?
Ooh, that one we've heard.
Oh. So, but I suppose you understand.
Wait, didn't you...
Actually, never mind that they all devour such roiling as such. In other words...
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding!
It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Are you alright? We're safe.
The prophecy was wrong.
The soil renewed. The Spina di Rosula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina di Rosula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, boon or bane of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real—
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into this. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created
Paimon's curious team!
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on! Let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarand?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
Was it a good shot, did Paimon?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Maripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked, I told him that it was best.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you...
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come up?
Of course.
It's an honor to finally...
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to...
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her...
Sir, please don't...
But it looks like...
No, I just...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did the boat that brought about him. Still, if I might ask... Looks...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bow...
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah, Sijuin.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Sure.
Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview go.
You're too kind, sir.
I see. Lots of things happen that...
He sure did win them
I'll tell them that there's good news.
Oh,
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? All right. Last stop, the docks.
If you ask me what's the... One place you should visit in Nasha Town? Obviously, I'm gonna say Spirit.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget?
It's a wondrous bag.
Trick a friend.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an...
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things... Father says that you did...
That's alright.
Oh, I guess you... After Lady Farina.
A diplomatic gift.
Yes, I would... It could have been done as an... Furthermore,
That's true.
I would agree.
So there's...
I suspect you'll have to...
Isn't he... But back to the top.
They say that he's returned to Snesh...
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the Gnosis back?
That is our duty. Don't be too preoccupied. Switching my masks is something... Well, that depends on many things. As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone,
And you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You...
Greetings, Miss Journalist. That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, traveler, Paimon, you...
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must be... All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte, huh? The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Nervalette! Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. Whoa. So that's what happened? Fossilor destroyed the divine but Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did.
For me, the authority Fontanians were but so long as though, in other words, when I...
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be...
No one... So regarding this specific issue, I was just... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalette?
What next?
I can finally... It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar to a god's curse mixed. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
Of course, you should have the remains of...
Remains?
Huh.
Well, that much is true, but I fear I have never heard...
I've been training with my... It is only natural for those. Regardless, to live in itself is a blessing.
What do you mean by...
No need to...
This third descent...
Master never... If you're interested, though, I could ask him.
Next time. You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the no-sees actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring Miss...
If she speaks the truth, I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the no-sees, which are exceedingly element-compatible and can even enhance elemental ability...
no, let's not think about this comparing the Traveler to the... That's what you say, but this...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses.
Alright.
Yes.
But... she's...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were, life flows like water. And what ultimately?
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon-class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't all it asks us to do is to find the missing person.
Huh?
I came across this commission while reviewing our... It seems simple. With the reputation of the Adventurers...
Well, that's us for sure!
If it proves to be beyond your capability...
Okay, so who are we
This commission was jointly issued by the... But the problem is...
they're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
It's unlikely. Besides, putting up a... In any case...
Alright then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get...
Add Astra... Add Astra... Thank you for complete...
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this can...
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you hear about that then. To be honest, we aren't holding out much. We've pretty much had it up to...
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no...
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know it may seem like we just don't know that. At least that's what everyone...
All right.
Young guy. In his... I chat with him.
Now that you've started talking...
But of course, there aren't many young people...
Could he have just...
No, he's...
Huh.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea.
Ah, so...
Could you tell us a bit about...
Of course. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his... I don't think his parents... He would often take time, and whenever someone as the village chief...
Wow. He seems like such a nice and... But, it's okay. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from... Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway,
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, that hurts. Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
how should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel? Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Go get him, Maiden! Light compelled!
Boba, get them! You on it!
Hold the door! All the light shines bright!
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting Mom.
It was no trouble.
Now they seem agitated.
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimaraville. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to...
Yep, see you later! do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life?
It's hardly personal.
Ah, so you're...
Naturally. Hold on. The Abyss Order is...
So you think the Abyss...
As things stand,
Still, the Hillage...
the best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is true, and you shall have them. Don't worry. Ah. So that's someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. It appears all we have by way of clues is
Right! That mysterious...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. There's still hope for the sinner you wish to know about. His situation, his name, I'm loath to admit it.
Your... brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir. The visionary, no matter how eroded my memory may...
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindot and the one we just learned about, Dane's...
They were once people of great esteem in Kanria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? My recent investigation...
Wait, then...
It's certainly possible.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating... Well, let's go find Dane! We've got Dane? Hello, Dane? Where something happen?
The missing person.
Oh, young guy?
There appear to be memories. No, it wasn't a dream, and I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order.
Indeed. And it appeared.
Wait then. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order.
Well, it's sort of true.
That their goal is still. I am the only person who knows its location. Your concerns are not. However, considering that, come with me.
Oh, so you're going to take.
Of course.
Huh? So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Get him, Aiden! While the light shines bright!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
You got this!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! Dumb, Louie! A gift from the land beyond! Meanie. Ding dong! Nice and spicy! You're toast!
Be gone, Shadow of Darkness!
Show 'em, Louie! You want it? Nice and spicy! As you like!
Oh, the dark!
Come stay hot! Boba, get them! Eat this!
Just as I suspected. Now that they're in the vicinity...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel...
Wow, you must be really...
You too. Do as I say. The Abyss Order is put... Just think of it as a way to divide... I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safe. That's quite the gamble.
So you came here all on your own?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you. I know you must have a lot, but if it's a conversation you want...
The Abyss Order's on the move! The ley lines are all out of whack! We better hurry back to Vimara Village. Hey! Look at those hilly trails over there! Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell at last. Such was the price.
Did you hear that? What was... It sounded so... Oh, this is weird. Looks like the same thing is happening over here
You see, we've reclaimed an end. Release your tears.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. When you awake,
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that the hilly... Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance...
It's much better here. And we're running around for some research.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone.
Huh? You know, that's kind of the whole reason we're here
At least right.
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right.
Researching human physiology is so much more interesting. Someone's gone missing.
Just as expected. That guy who said a bunch of nice things, he's around 20 years old.
Oh, I know who you...
Really? You were...
There aren't many young people. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. Yeah, I just saw him.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just... Do you think maybe...
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No one remember... No. But... If this person only... If we really did travel... Time travel is extremely...
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in so... Just like how you entered your... That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went right. If he's someone who only... But didn't Bayron just say that who knows how long this ley line disturbance... Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Like, does it maybe leave it...
All the memories seem to be set in... No. There's a difference. Maybe not. If time was allowed to...
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That's the tell of the implanted memories. If the memories included, like, there could be over... That's why he makes...
The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's
Come to think of it, every time we talked, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like...
Yep, that has to be it! This is... Yeah, that's what...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just thought, oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong... You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of a token.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to... So...
Another time, huh? Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Born into abject... Your... car...
Oh. You know me? That... Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? This... But... I suppose you could call it the realm of my it's nothing. I still have enough extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me that one, but in truth, the person you see before you now is... As for your question, in its primitive form, once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. That. I just wanted them to feel like I want, as if... Why would I do something so... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiet, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside? I was curious, so even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds, after all, any chance at living was stripped. Even the form you see before you was... I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them fine. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Exactly. The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif has had the eye. His plan was to lure. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of. That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, you remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now,
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even the Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it. You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to? Of course, that's only... Lumine?
You're the only one in this world. There's so much I wanted. There's just... Why?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place. Do you remember? You told me to have a place like that. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that, I don't even know how to fix. This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now.
So sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that— Oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, wait, really? Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. It's just that, well, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy where...
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. Paimon didn't see her in the village. Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search. Honestly, It's funny, but I guess it doesn't. I'm just happy I got to meet him. Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped. Otherwise, why would he just leave? You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the thing. And you know, if he. Anyway, thanks for.
Well, that should be it. Oh, right. A picture.
Of course! I'm always happy to show off my masterpiece. I even did the illustrations. If you ask me what... the one place you should visit and not...